Never need to wonder why I have algae issues in these tanks. Skylights all day, every day. Right, let's begin our Tuesday. I'm going to start with another phenomenal brine shrimp hatch. I'm going to go do the rounds and feed the fish. We're feeding out a round of Tropical Quintet, which is 4 different frozen foods in one hit. This is just before we get into the live brine shrimp. I'm just trying to prep up most of these fish that we are feeding just to try and get a spawn from them. We've never had these emerald green spawn before, but these little smudgies have, so hopefully they enjoy their little treat before they get into the live food. And obviously these platies enjoyed their move because we've got a couple of very clear 1-day-old fry. I'm not quite sure if you can see it on camera. I can definitely see it when I was recording. And this morning's job was to clean my office. It's been on my list to do for a little while now. It's getting worse and worse and worse, so today we're going to get that done. And the joys of having a quarry literally next door. Doesn't matter how often we dust stuff, it just gets re-filthy. Here is the after of my office. I feel really happy now. It feels like a really nice space to work in compared to what it was before. And I've got this whiteboard here that I'm going to chuck up on the wall over there. Unfortunately, it's concrete wall and DIY Daddy doesn't have any masonry bits at the moment. Did the rounds through the fish room today. Everything was looking tickety-boo until I got towards the end and I realised that there was no air going on in through there because for some reason the air pump had fallen off. Not ideal, but it's a pretty simple fix. Here we go, nice and simple, plugged it back in. Sometimes I amaze myself at how good I am at fixing stuff. Look at those bubbles, how good. Water change day on the planted aquarium in the shop. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm loving this tank at the moment. And hopefully I can do a little cord management, is that what they call it? And tidy this up as well. So here we go, partway through the water change, we've got the Big Daddy hose doing the Big Daddy job hose. Big hose daddy job, you know what I mean. Water is flowing out there, really nice, happy with that, nice and quick. And you maybe not be able to see them, but there's about 10 or so glow light Danio fry up there, which I'm stoked about. And despite the snails obviously doing a bit of work through here, I've made the decision to clean off this tank. I think the daylight all the time coming through is really making it an effective job for the snails. So I got the old flipper out and gave that a wee whirl. Based on the amount of times my kids say, oh, that's so satisfying, when they do something dumb like, I don't know, taking the phone protector screen off. I'm going to assume a lot of people are finding this satisfying, so this is why I'm leaving this video in there. Back and forth, all sparkly and clean. And old mate Snail didn't want to get rid of his algae, so I thought I'd just record that because it was kind of funny. Looks pretty fresh, pretty clean, pretty sparkle. I'm happy enough with that for now, knowing too well that the algae is going to be back in no time. With that in mind, should we test another method to get rid of the cyanobacteria, or should we not? You let me know. What do you think? Did a massive water change on it. I thought, it's not actually that massive, but a pretty big one anyway. And I'm absolutely loving these filters. I've had them running for maybe 2 months now, and I've been really, really impressed with them. A little bit of hot rodding by putting those sponges in there, and they've gone really well. Look at how much flow's running through them. Pretty sure I'm going to take these filters on because I really like them. Water change time for the Dwarf Sagittaria tank and the White Cloud Mount Minnows as well. Couple of scoops of water out, couple of scoops of water in. And let's just add a little bit more satisfying algae cleaning for you people that love satisfaction and satisfying action. To be fair, it does look better clean than dirty. I'm a simple man. I do my water changes very simply. Water goes out, water goes in, just like I'm demonstrating here. And just like I'm demonstrating here as well. Nice and simple, no point in complicating things if you do not have to. I did some more things this afternoon. This stand just was bugging me and needed stuff on it. I'm sure many of you are like, hey, there's a flat surface, got to put something on it. And so I did. We're having another attempt at growing immersed plants here. Fingers crossed we can get going. And if you're waiting for your oxygen weed, that arrived here at 4:27 this afternoon. So very sorry it didn't get out today. I'll be going out tomorrow. Here is an update on the eggs in the fry. Bolivian rams have consumed theirs. They're still guarding pretty hard, so there might be frying there that I haven't seen potentially. And Mrs. Nanokara is still in her teacup. It's not a teacup, but we'll go with a teacup. Haven't seen fry or eggs from her. And the T-bars are going absolutely knucking futs looking after their fry so far. So good. Woo!